Kanye West has been making headlines due to his erratic behavior. His wife now, Kim Kardashian, says, quote, anyone who has this or who has a loved one rather in their life knows how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand. So today we really want to better understand exactly what Kim must be going through or others that are dealing with bipolar disorder. So Dr. Kohli, hey doc, how are you? Joining us live.
What's up, doc?
Now that bipolar disorder is part of the national conversation, can you tell us how common it is, number one, and please explain to us how it affects people and even a family unit?
You know, bipolar disorder is more common than we think. So the lifetime prevalence of the condition is 1 to 3%, and it affects men and women equally. There is thought to be a genetic component to bipolar disorder, and it's not one specific gene that gives you bipolar disorder, but really a number of different genes that have a small contribution. People usually start to present with bipolar disorder early in their life, around the age of 18 to 20, but the unfortunate thing about this condition is that many don't actually get diagnosed for several years later, sometimes decades, sometimes even for the rest of their life. And so for that reason, the World Health Organization actually puts bipolar disorders, disability, and mortality ahead of breast cancer or Alzheimer's disease, because a lot of people go through their life without even knowing they have bipolar.
Yeah, doc, I've always wanted to ask this because bipolar is thrown around on TV, and I've grown up around it, but I don't know if I could really define it. How is it diagnosed, and how can people kind of keep an eye out for it?
So there are 4 different types of bipolar disorder, Al, but they essentially all have the same components, characterized by emotional highs, which are manic or hypomanic episodes, and emotional lows, which are depressive episodes. Now, we're all pretty good at recognizing depression when we see it, but it's the highs that really sneak by and people don't recognize. So Kanye West, for example, with his bid for presidency, that is what we call a grandiosity. So, you know, he's putting himself out there to be the president. That's something grandiose. That's characterized by a high. Other things people can do when they're high: very little sleep. So they sleep 3 hours a night and they're energetic. Their ideas are jumping from one thing to another. They're engaging in behavior that could be self-destructive, like spending sprees or, you know, sexual indiscretions or bad business decisions. And their personality changes. So for the family members, that can be really hard because this person becomes somebody that you may not recognize.
Wow. Yeah, very sad. I hope that any of our viewers that are watching that suspect that yourself or one of your loved ones is going through this, that they know that there is treatment out there, and to please seek help to Dr.
And I guarantee you, as she was talking, a lot of people were saying, I know somebody like that.
Yep. So just know that treatment can work and you are not alone. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli.